Hi, welcome back. We're doing a get ready with me. I'm gonna tell you what I've been up to and also gonna respond to some of your questions that I asked on Instagram. Some of the questions actually address the things that I want to talk about, so I think I'm just gonna start there. First question is, how am I doing? I'm doing very well, thank you. Sometimes my get ready with me's can be a little bit more heavy and a little bit more like emotional. So I'm happy to report that things have been going well for me. I have been working on a bunch of things, mostly related to Chilli PADI Studio. As I said, like Chilli... Oh, that looks very light. So I'm mixing these two foundations. It's the Estee Lauder Double Wear Sheer Long Wear Makeup and the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation with Clay. Oh, that's way too light. Whoops. So I really want to use this Estee Lauder Sheer Double Wear, but I only have it in this shade, which is 2N1 Desert Beige. I prefer my foundations being a little bit more lightweight and sheer. So yeah, I've been working on Chilli PADI Studio, and I think starting a new business, it's just different even if you've started a business before. So I've started Go Margo before. Technically, wordweed, the entire content creation thing, is also a business, but I've been able to grow it quite organically. But with Chilli PADI Studio now, because it's all handmade ceramics and handmade crochet items, they are just a lot more time consuming, and this time around I just want to do it a lot more mindfully and actually put in a lot of effort and time into like branding and into really establishing it as a legitimate business. But sometimes in business you take 2 steps forward and you have to take like 1 step backward and then 1 step backward and you try again. It's just been a really fun learning experience, but at the same time it's just taken up a lot of my energy. And also because I want to actually dedicate my time and my space to the business, I have decided to convert my studio apartment into an art studio. So I've been thinking of how I can better like maximize this space. So yeah, I decided to convert it into my art studio that I've literally always dreamed of since I was a kid. I've always wanted an easel. I don't know why I never got it. I think it's because of mostly like space constraints and me just being like, oh, I don't think I will actually like devote enough time to making art and painting to actually justify buying an easel. But I'm just gonna do it. I'm just going to do what I've always wanted to do and hope that it sticks. I actually vlogged, so you'll see my next video is actually a vlog. I kind of mentioned about how I am a little bit tired of the content creation that I've been doing. I just feel like I've put myself in a very comfortable box, and for me to be able to expand myself like creatively, I want to be able to incorporate other things in my life and be quite fluid with it and just change up the way that I make content. And the one way that's gotten me really, really excited is by making art and by being a little bit more focused on the things that I create. Wow, actually this foundation is really nice. I actually barely used very much of it. I saw this TikTok. This TikTok said, the longer you wait for the future you want, the less time you get to spend in it. Damn! It really hit me damn hard because I don't know why. I maybe out of habit, you know, the default is always as a child, you kind of wait for your dream job. University, you wait until you graduate. Once you're able to look for a job, you wait, you get the job that makes most sense, that earns you the most amount of money. You wait until you get a house, you wait and you wait and you wait. I don't know why. I'm nearly 30. I've been doing content creation for 8 years. For some reason, I was still waiting. I was like, what for? I can create content, right? So how fun would it be to be able to create content and be able to share the process and just like how much time and effort it takes into the creation of these products. All of these like small batch handmade crochet and pottery items, they all take way longer than they look. And to me, it's a very humbling and very primitive kind of process. Everything is like so quick and instantaneous, you know. For me, I can get super impatient because I'm just used to everything like coming super quickly, fast fashion included, that it takes me a while to recognize how long something takes to be created and made and how to appreciate it. So yeah, I've been really, really enjoying it. I feel like it's helped my mental health like immensely. But I mean, growing up, like every Singaporean student, I was told not to waste my time on things that don't make me money and aren't strategic and smart. So I've had such a sense of guilt like associated with making art, doing crafts, But yeah, I think the landscape is really different now, and I think there are a lot of people who really appreciate handmade, creative, independent art. And I'm really lucky to be living in this like day and age where I can also create content based off of that and also, you know, earn revenue from that. And so I'm like even more motivated to just give it a go and give it a shot. I've just been trying to do what I can to get myself in that groove. It took a lot of work. It took a lot of like back end stuff that is not sexy. Ooh, man, it hurts my soul when this happens. This is the KVD tattoo pencil liner. This is damn bloody good, so I want to put it back so that it works for me. I'm gonna do latte eyes, by the way. I've also been going down the TikTok rabbit hole even more and more, so now I kind of like short form TikTok, so now I'm kind of excited to make it. Who am I? She's a new girl. Wait. Oh no, it's a little bit hard already. Oh no! Oh man. Is there any way to revive like dried out pencil liners? Please let me know. I will use this, I guess. This Colourpop one I've had forever. I'm just using it as a base and then smoking it up so that it gives like a nice soft look. I've also needed to do a lot of things that I've been needing to do, like the declutter. And it's not just stuff that I've been sent. Like I buy a lot also because I'm like, oh, I want to make content with this. And then I never end up doing it. And so it's just been like sitting there and it's just been collecting dust. So it's just nice to be able to pass them on before they expire, before they go bad. So yeah, that's basically how I've been doing. I've been busy packing the grab bags. I just finished a whole lot. I sold a bunch of stuff. This table is for sale, by the way. I also did like a market for CHILLI PADI Studio. That was the first time we had ever set up a booth in an art market. I was really nervous, but it went super well. It was with City Sprouts and I actually loved that experience. I thought it was so fun. It was at South Beach. I met a bunch of you guys also, and I was really happy to be able to see people like interact with the items, like the crochet bags and the pottery pieces, to see and move them in real life. And I really enjoyed like getting feedback on what people like, seeing what people picked up. But yeah, that meant that I had to be crocheting basically like a week straight to be able to get some things out. I have another one coming up with Curbside Crafters at the end of August. I think it's like 26 and 27. I have to get started soon because I basically sold a lot of my stuff from the previous market. Later today, I will be also heading to the pottery studio. So I try to go once or twice a week. But I think that ideally I would love to have my own studio and to be able to work from here. That is the plan for the house, to turn it into an art studio where I can do all of my different arts, because I just am a multi-passionate person. I just have so many things I want to do. And moving on to the next question that kind of ties in, what does your average day look like? So it depends on the day. I have my weekly routine. On Mondays, I will plan out all the things that I'm supposed to do within the week. I have set days for set things. So I have like a shooting day, I have an editing day. But I'm trying to streamline it to make it even more tight, because I think it's better for me to work in a routine so that I just know every day something will get covered. And within the whole week, I will cover all of my bases, all that I need to do. So like crocheting, pottery, back-end business work, planning for content, filming for content, editing for content, all of that stuff. Like I'm able to basically like encapsulate all of that within the week. I never thought it would work, to be honest, because I enjoyed my flexibility. But I think having a guideline that I can then go off of and change and amend as per needed is better than not having any routine or any plan at all. So if you're a freelancer, I highly recommend that you plan your week instead of planning your day. And then every month you kind of have certain things that you want to accomplish, right? So just like plan it all out, just so that I can stay like productive and know exactly what I'm doing every day. And it's more accessible, like you have a better momentum of like keeping up with yourself. So usually my filming day is actually Tuesday, but today, because I wanted to do this video and I wanted to get it out, then in the afternoon I'm going to do my pottery. And me and my partner also have like routines that we kind of do within the week. So on the days that she does work from home, today being one of the days, especially because it's Friday, we tend to take the dogs out for like a longer, nicer walk, and then usually we have dinner at a dog-friendly place. All of my weekend meals have been at dog-friendly places because we just don't leave the dogs alone. Most weekdays also, we've been starting to try to cook and just be a little bit more healthy because we've been eating out a lot. And it's been nice. Like, we've been watching FIFA Women's World Cup, and we just watch the match highlights and we just discuss it and we just talk about our day. Just very happy with how things are going. Like, I feel a lot better now. I have a real sense of direction of where I want to take my career and how I want to expand versus just being like, oh my god, I'm scared. Like, what do I do now? That's how my days have been looking like. Oh, will there be more pottery pieces for sale on CHILLI PADI? Yes, of course. So after the first market, my goodness, you guys wiped me out. It just was really nice to see people appreciate the pieces because obviously I love them a lot, but like, I understand it's my baby if you don't love it, you know? But I'm really low on pottery right now. I think I only have like maybe 2 trays of stuff. And most of them are like bigger pieces, so hopefully I'll be able to list some of them online. I'll also be at the Curbside Crafters Market, so I will be all the fresh stuff that I haven't been able to list yet. They usually go to the market first. How would you want your life to look like in the future? This is not just the monetary aspect, but more of like the psychological, physical, and other aspects. And that's a really good question because that question was the question that I asked myself before arriving at what I want to do now and having a renewed sense of purpose. Because what is my 5-year plan? What is my 10-year plan? I feel like I've just censored myself for so long because I just didn't want to disappoint myself, because I just believed that I wouldn't have it, that I just didn't even allow myself to think about what I truly wanted. So this is an exercise that I've been doing with myself and really thinking about like, hey, what if I could do anything in this world? If money, location, if nothing stopped me, like what would I be doing? I saw myself having an art studio, a pole studio, a backyard, living my life as someone who just like creates art, like functional art. And I want to spend time with my animals and my partner, and I want to be able to cook. I want to be able to pick the herbs from my own garden. Honestly, I would love to have a farm. I would love to have a farm. Are you joking? Collect eggs from my little chickies every day and be able to live sustainably, hopefully off the grid if I could. See, I'm already like, okay, if nothing stopped me, I would live off the grid. Off the grid meaning like off the power grid, by the way. Like, we basically like would install our own like solar panels and set up our own like utilities, but obviously still have Wi-Fi. I gotta have my Wi-Fi, and it will be in a place with like mountains, rivers, like beautiful expansive landscapes of nature. And then like if you drive a few hours, you'll reach like a really nice town that has everything. So that's what I want. I want to be able to live in a place where I can still be connected with people, but primarily just have my own beautiful sanctuary. I mean, ideally it'll be a house that me and my partner built like from scratch, so it just like fits us, our personalities and our needs like perfectly. And I think no matter how far-fetched that idea might look, like building a house from scratch, living off grid, it's still a nice image to have and to build towards. Because sometimes if you don't have that goal in mind, sometimes if you don't have that specific idea in mind, you tend to borrow other people's dreams. Like, oh, people want to live in like a luxury condo. Honestly, if I could, that's another life that I would enjoy also. Like, if I could have a really nice like glass filled, you know, one of those like Keppel condos, the low lying ones, I think they're called like corals. Yeah, I like corals. If I could have one of those big nice apartments right by the edge of the water and be able to walk my boys, I'm okay with that life too. But I think like sorry, I'm digressing so hard. If I didn't have that image in mind, I could see someone else's dream and think that that's aspirational and borrow that dream and use it for my dream, even though I'm not super sure it would make me super happy. And I feel like I've made that mistake before. Like, when I was younger, everyone obviously is like, ooh, marry someone nice, settle down, have kids. Like, I borrowed those dreams because I thought that sounds pretty nice. Yeah, like everyone kind of wants that. Like, I want that too. Or like, be a doctor, be a lawyer. Like, those are dreams that I feel like are very often borrowed. Like,
it's someone else's dream. So yeah, having this dream really helps me align myself with what I want, and more importantly, how I'm eventually gonna get there. So there are things that I do consider, like, ooh, okay, to have a sustainable, big, beautiful home like that, chances are I might not be in Singapore for it, because property, land is just so much more expensive, and again, the barrier to access to entry is gonna be so much higher. Oh, okay, this is a great question from someone else who said, do you see yourself living in Singapore your whole life, or will you eventually move? So this is also the reason why that I feel like I will eventually move, and that my plan is to move. I don't want to stay in Singapore forever, because Singapore is very, very small and very limited, and I feel like I've grown up here my entire life. For me personally, in order to grow, in order to evolve, and to live a truly fulfilling life, I would like to base myself out of somewhere else. I don't know if I will stay overseas forever or if I will come back eventually, but the plan is definitely to move, which is why I also am trying to constantly par down my things and make sure that I'm not collecting too many things. So yeah, I'm excited. I don't know where. We are thinking of a couple of places, but we're still kind of like weighing our options, being quite realistic still about what we would do if we do move to these different countries, and how we can sustain ourselves, how we can stay there, basically like how our lives will be different, and how to plan for it, how to transport the boys, all of that. Oh my god, I just saw this, but someone was like, are you giving up on influencing? So little content from you these days. I'm so sorry. The rethinking and the shifting into like a different realm of content creation is just like taking a while, but hopefully you're able to see more content from me now, and you'll be able to see that I'm a little bit more like refreshed and energized and excited. So yeah, I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I feel so bad. Okay, so there are also some people asking about a house tour and a previous house tour. I promised the penthouse tour, right? So I guess I could make a video into like what not to do, or like the mistakes I made when I rented this house. So yeah, and as you will see throughout like my little conversion into an art studio series of my house, you'll be able to see different parts of my house. So I don't feel like I need to do a full house tour. Maybe I will do one once it's completed. I think that'll be fun. Oh, how do you manage finances, and how much do you personally need for retirement? Uh, I don't know. I'll just be honest with you. I have pondered upon this for years, and I've been very prudent with tracking my money, how much I make, how much I save, how much I spend. It just goes back and forth. And I feel like I don't know how much I need for retirement. I probably should, because I don't even have a CPF. I intend to be working for a while, just because I truly, truly enjoy my work, and I think that's quite important. Like, I don't want to see my job as like an end all be all. Like, I want to take pride in it, I want to do a good job, and I want to actually have a career that I feel proud of, that I can look back on and see what I've achieved. I really want to keep on working and do the things that I want to do, but I will try and build up different streams of revenue so that I never have to just rely on one. That's how I've always operated, as someone who does freelance, and then eventually when retirement hits, I'm sure I will have enough. I'm sure. Ooh, someone also asked what kind of dates I've been on. Share some fun memories. I've been having the best time of my life. I've been having the best dates ever. Even after a year of dating, my partner really knows how to enjoy life. So she's the kind of person that like wants good food and good views and like a nice ambiance, and is quiet and chills. And we have a handy dandy mobile. So we are able to just travel to a lot of different places, and even taking the sidecar itself, because we can't go on highways, because the speed limit is like 70, and to be on expressway you have to go faster than that. So we've been taking like non-expressway routes to different locations, and they've just been very scenic and very nice, even though they take a little bit longer. And I've just been enjoying everything with her. I feel like such a simp, but it's true. Everything with her is fun. Grocery shopping with her is fun. Eating at home with her is fun. Going to like a fancy new restaurant to try is fun. I would say we have some like key locations that we like to go to that are just like a little bit more special to us and stuff. Like, you know, like the first date that we went to was at Little Island, so sometimes we still go to Changi and we do like the nice little boardwalk with the boys. We also like anywhere where there's nature, so like the different parks along different neighborhoods. Sometimes we like bring the boys to like Joo Chiat just to like walk. Sometimes we bring them to Bugis to walk. Yeah, it's just different stuff like that. Like, we don't have a set routine. Okay, I'm just gonna fire through the last few questions because I don't feel like ignoring anyone's questions. There was one that asked me if I'm still in therapy and if I have any advice on finding an LGBT friendly therapist that isn't very, very costly. Good question. I'm not in therapy anymore because I find that I am doing enough work to be able to sustain it, but it is expensive. So that's another reason why I feel like I'm okay to not, because I'm doing a lot of work on my own, and I know that, you know, there's an option lah to go to if I need to. If you want to look for an LGBT friendly therapist that isn't expensive, I would say you can try to contact Uga Chaga. It's a non-profit, community-based organization working with LGBTQIA individuals, and they offer free counseling, but I think the wait list is pretty long. So for me, I actually reached out before, but then I gave up my slot because I then found my other therapist and I knew that there were more people like waiting in the line, so they didn't take too long to get back to me. So I would say if you're interested and if you feel like, okay, you really need to and you cannot afford private therapy, then maybe you can check out Uga Chaga. With that, I'm gonna end with the last question. What motivates you? My dream. My dream. Thinking of the life that I want to live and thinking about how it has aligned and it has felt right for me ever since I was a child, and to be able to keep doing the things that I love, that motivates me. So yeah, that was short and sweet. That was good. So thanks for watching. This was a very long try to get ready with me as per usual. But if you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also stay tuned for next week. Next week is a vlog. I am currently vlogging it now, so you'll be able to see the behind the scenes of today, yesterday, and maybe tomorrow. And I will be making content more regularly, and it will be a little bit different, a little bit more fun. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I love you so much. Bye!